Before we talk about ships, we need to talk about the hook. Most people look at stock prices. We look at the skeletons in the closet. We've divided this audit into 3 phases: the hook, the evidence, and the verdict. Buckle up, because the numbers we're about to show you make a Hollywood budget look like pocket change. Imagine every delivery truck in the world suddenly became illegal because they breathed too much smoke. That's what's happening to the global shipping fleet. New carbon rules are forcing every shipowner to buy a Tesla of the seas. This isn't just a business update, it's a forced shopping spree worth hundreds of billions. And guess who owns the only 2 stores that can build these giants? Our 2 friends on the screen. But here's the cold shower. Doing business in a broken world is dangerous. Remember Russia? Both companies built massive ice-breaking tankers for them. Then, the sanctions hit. Samsung had to write off over $500 million, basically burning 5 Boeing 747s in the backyard. Hanwha, they lost even more. This is the geopolitical tax, and it's the biggest reason these companies aren't flying to the moon yet. If these 2 were runners, Hanwha Ocean just clocked a faster sprint. They're squeezing 9 cents of profit out of every dollar, while Samsung is hovering at 8. That 1% difference? In this industry, that's enough to buy every person in New York a high-end Tesla. Hanwha is simply working their people and robots harder and smarter right now. Check out the height of these bars. Hanwha is bringing in $8.8 billion. Samsung is at $7.2. That $1.6 billion gap is the size of a mid-sized tech IPO. Hanwha isn't just bigger, they're delivering ships like a high-speed pizza kitchen, while Samsung is still waiting for some of their ovens to heat up. Hanwha's secret sauce? They've turned building a 300-meter LNG ship into an assembly line. They just delivered their 200th one. It's like IKEA, but for ships. 77% of their money comes from this one Big Mac product. It's repetitive, it's boring, and it's incredibly profitable. But don't count Samsung out. If Hanwha builds the best cars, Samsung builds the only space stations. They own 60% of the market for FLNG, basically giant floating factories that suck gas from the ocean floor. Nobody else can do this at scale. It's an asymmetric moat. Samsung doesn't need to build more ships if they build the most expensive ships in history. Here's where it gets spicy. Hanwha Ocean is actually a war machine in a sailor suit. They don't just build cargo ships, they build lethal submarines. With global tensions rising, every country wants a stealthy underwater shield. While Samsung relies on trade, Hanwha is selling security. It's a business that doesn't care if the economy crashes. Look at the map. Hanwha just bought a shipyard in Philly to bypass US laws. They're becoming an American builder. Meanwhile, Samsung is playing it smart at home. They made nearly $1 billion just building the factories where your phone's chips are made. They have a big brother, Samsung Electronics, that keeps their belly full when the shipping market gets hungry. Now, the consultant's secret. If you look at the bottom line, Hanwha looks twice as rich. But look at the cash flow. Samsung actually brought in more real cash. Why? Because Hanwha's profit is partly paper profit, tax tricks, and accounting magic. Samsung's money is, quote, cleaner. If you're a bank, you like Samsung. If you're an influencer, you like Hanwha's big numbers. Here is the crater I mentioned. Hanwha has nearly $4 billion in contract assets. In plain English, that's money they think they've earned but haven't collected yet. It's like telling your wife you're rich because you have a winning lottery ticket you haven't cashed. If a project goes wrong, that $4 billion vanishes. This is the ticking time bomb in Hanwha's basement. The future is a race between 2 fuels. Hanwha is betting on ammonia, smelly, but great for long trips. Samsung is betting on carbon capture, cleaning the exhaust while the ship is moving. It's like the VHS versus Betamax of the ocean. The winner takes the entire next decade. And yes, both are replacing expensive human welders with robots who don't need lunch breaks. So what's the verdict? If you want a company that grows like a weed and builds weapons of war, Hanwha is your pick. If you want a rock-solid architect that builds the most complex energy machines on Earth, you go with Samsung. One is a sword, the other is a shield. In 2026, you might just need both. That's the audit. 2 giants, 2 different souls. Which one would you bet on? Let us know in the comments. And if you need the full-page data dump behind these slides to save your own investment, email us at sales@HDINresearch.com. I'm the lead analyst at HDIN Research, and we'll see you in the next deep dive. Stay sharp.